The long-awaited second season of Beauty in Black has finally landed, and after finishing it, I can confidently say that Season 3 will be even more twisted than the first. After all, we're dealing with the Bellaries, and if there's one thing we've learned by now, it's that nothing about them is ever simple. And I got everything you need to know about them in Season 3, so let's begin. One of the biggest shocks was Charles's transformation into something far darker than we've seen before. His killing may have started as pure self-defense, but the way he handled the bodies was kinda messed up. I mean, I get that no one took him seriously, but is the solution really chopping up the bodies? To make things even wilder, the final cliffhanger left us hanging as masked men stormed into his home with guns pointed at both him and Varney. And all I could think about was how could the word travel that fast? How the hell did they plan everything in a really short time? No offense, but the people we saw in the strip club are not the smartest people I've seen, and the attack looked like it was well organized. So, I immediately thought that it was Bellaries, but what could anyone possibly want from Charles? Let me know who you guys think sent the men to attack Charles. Enough about Charles. Let's talk about Kimmie. She was on fire this season. Watching her take over everything as Horace's wife was amazing. And it's not just for her, but also for her friends and sister. They have this new life now with everything they can possibly think about. Even having a bed seemed like a really big deal, since we saw Rain like she was about to cry when she saw her bed, and I'm so happy that they finally got out of that place. I know that Rain wants to go to the club and be the owner of it, but at least they're not working as strippers anymore. I'm not sure if Rain would be a proper fit for the club though. Yeah, she's amazing and everything, but the former owner was Body and Delinda, and we know how they were, so we all know that Rain is nothing like them, and the people working in the club are used to their way. I can never imagine Rain acting like them, so there may be some problems about the whole owner thing. But we'll see. Okay, let's get back to Kimmie and her new life, which she still can't fully trust. She was suspicious of every little change, even tried to run away because she was convinced something terrible was going to happen. After Horace made everything right, she began to enjoy her new world and started to try trusting a little. So now, we see a Kimmie that finally got the life she deserved. With her getting into her new life, we also see a whole another Kimmie. She's smart, she can handle everything, and even though it's her first days, she's a workaholic. These are the reasons why she'll be the one to solve the Lena problem. In Season 1, we heard all about the lawsuits against the company, and Bellaries' so-called solutions were totally useless. But now that Kimmie knows what's happening, all those lawsuits will go away. She'll do whatever she can. You know, like paying off debts and covering patients' medical expenses. In the end, Bellaries own one of the best hospitals, so it shouldn't be that hard. Lena, however, isn't leaving the story anytime soon. But it won't be like we used to. This time, she'll be on Bellaries' side. Let me be more specific. Kimmie Bellaries' side. If there's anyone who can help Kimmie, it's Lena. She knows literally how dumb the boys can be, and she's been digging about the Bellaries for a really long time now. Kimmie shouldn't miss this chance to team up with her. They can take Bellaries down, and I know for a fact that Horace would be as happy as they will be. Speaking of Horace, yeah, he'll be around long enough to be happy when they get rid of his family. The treatment he's getting will work, mark my words. Now, let's talk about the Glen situation. Okay, I think we can all agree that Rain overreacted a little bit. She thought Sylvie was in danger, but it was obvious that the thing she thought was happening was not happening. Instead of listening to Sylvie, she literally threw Glen out of a window. I mean, seriously, why would you do that? Luckily, Glen's not dead, but it looks like he'll have some serious injuries. And if Jules finds out, that would be the end of them. Even if it wasn't for Rain and his son fell from the window accidentally, he would still assume that Kimmie was behind it, since she's already threatened him before. And with Horace out of the picture, Jules will be impossible to stop. Thank God we have Alex. Unlike Rain and Kimmie, I do trust Alex. I think he's one of the good ones, you know. And if there's one person who can help them with Glen, it's Alex, so they also have to learn to trust him. I have some good news. We won't be waiting too long for the new season to drop. Netflix hasn't made an official announcement yet, but based on what we know from season 1, the gap between the seasons won't be longer than 4 months. That means we can get Beauty in Black Season 3 in January 2026 and the trailer by November 2025. In the meantime, you can check the video on the screen and don't forget to follow for more Beauty in Black content.